welcome to yet another exciting episode of Mubatira Pangwe Talk Show. I'm your host, Blessing Makaveli, and today's discussion is on loneliness. And I've been joined by three magnificent social workers who are going to assist me to unpack this discussion. So I'll start to my right, greet the viewers, and introduce yourself.
Hello everyone, I'm Tadiwa.
Thank you, Tadiwa.
Hello everyone, I'm Mabel.
Welcome, Mabel.
And I'm Anna.
Thank you very much, Anna, for being part of this discussion. So it's anchored on three things: loneliness, how it will graduate into mental health illness, as well as drug addiction. I'll start with Tadiwa. What's your own understanding of the term loneliness?
In my own understanding, I think loneliness is the state of feeling alone or actually being alone.
Thank you. Anna, do you have a different definition or understanding of the term?
Yes, I do, because when we talk about loneliness, sometimes it's not just about being alone. Because we find that you can be surrounded by crowds of different people, but my emotions, my feelings are somewhere else, whereas
Absolutely.
I'm present in another
Absolutely.
environment.
Physically.
Yeah.
I get it. Mabel, what's the difference now between loneliness and being alone? Is there a difference at all?
Yes, there is a difference. I believe that when one can be alone, right, but they have someone to talk to, they have someone to engage with, which means they are occupied with something. But when someone is lonely, then they are not occupied with anything. Loneliness being a feeling that we get when our need for rewarding social contact and relationships is not met.
Indeed. So, for those that don't know, we are still commemorating the mental health loneliness. It's a 1 week movement, and the theme is loneliness. And we're still continuing with the discussion. And to tell you, I hear a lot of people say, "Ndiri single, thereby ndiri lonely." Is that perception or narrative true according to you?
According to me, I think that perception is not true. Because if a person is single, they just don't have someone who they are in a relationship with. But they have everyone else, which means they're not necessarily lonely. They're just alone,
Okay.
relationship-wise, that is.
Okay, I get it. Thank you so much for shedding more light, Tadiwa. And to Anna, what are other causes that constitute loneliness? To Mnazon's are lonely. What do you think is the source of it?
Well, in most cases, it has to do with divorce, marriage divorces, heartbreaks. Because let's take a look at divorce. I've gotten married to someone maybe for maybe 2 or 10 years, right? Ndajairira kugara naye, when you get it. You are so zvinenge zvasiyana patinozodivorsa paipai zvasiyana nevamwe vanhu vachazouya vachiti sorry, it happens, zvinowanikwa. Someone who's not in her situation will never understand. You get it? Saka it all goes back kuti unenge utone connection nemunhu waunenge waseparata naye, and it's so hard to get a replacement, kana kuti to get someone who understands the same situation that you are in. Saka munhu iye, you see those type of people vanopedzesera vaku their face cards rather, because in the crowds you act like everything is okay, but wawega ndopaunozotanga kunazona things are not okay. I was with this person, but izvezvi ndandega. That's when the feelings really start to dig deep inside.
Thank you.
So yeah.
Thank you so much. I know this question that I'm going to ask Mabel, you might not have the actual empirical evidence to prove your assertion or your own understanding. Do you think, is it the males or the females that succumb to loneliness a lot? And would you care to share probably the reasons why you do want to suggest such a narrative?
Okay, I believe that everyone is affected by loneliness, but I would say the males mostly. Loneliness is very much linked to mental health. They are so connected like this.
Thank you.
And as you have noticed from the research we've done, males are mostly affected. You know, their mental health is mostly affected.
Absolutely.
So I believe that even though both parties are affected, the males are mostly affected.
Thank you very much, Mabel. And to add more light, to shed more light on that one, it said 75% of the males succumb to suicidal issues because of mental health issues. So it's 25% are the females that commit suicide with issues to do with mental health. So as she has already highlighted that the males are the ones that are mostly affected. And to Tadiwa, what could you say should be done around the issues of loneliness? Kuti munhu ange asingafile kuti they are lonely, what should be done?
I honestly think that loneliness it's got like so many causes, like things that influence a person to be lonely. So I think as people we should also just address the things that's making us lonely.
The source of
The problem, because if it's divorce, like Anna said, for example, you've lost your loved one, like someone you were used to, maybe that was the only person you could freely talk to or freely open up to. So how you can address that, we don't have one person in our lives, right?
Absolutely.
And as much as a lot is going on and people are busy, you have people they care about you. So find one person who you can tell like everything to. Like try to open up again to someone, try to talk to someone, because most times the reason why we are lonely is because, like what she said, face cards, we have faces we want to talk to and we can't really open up to everyone. So find someone who you can open up to, and I think the moment you talk to someone relatable, get used to someone else, and I think that will.
Yeah, indeed. And a problem shared is half solved. So thank you very much, Tadiwa. And to Mabel, I understand the concept of loneliness, now linking it to drug addiction. Because if you look at it, when one is succumbing this state of being alone, it's not necessarily or literally that they are alone.
Yeah.
They will end up being compelled to take something so that they compensate that loneliness or whatever that's lacking, and they end up in the drugs. And so what's your own analysis around that issue of drug addiction?
I do agree with you 100%, because the moment someone is mentally unfit, they are prone to do anything at that moment. If you ask them to jump, they'll ask you how high. They are they try to look for something, to fill that gap of loneliness.
Absolutely.
To fill that hole. Like each time someone feels lonely, they want to belong. It's all about group work. They want to belong to a certain group. They want to belong to a certain community. So in order to fit in, they will do whatever it takes to fit in, and in that case, drugs.
Absolutely. Thank you very much, Mabel, for that analysis. And to Anna, there's a concept of uncertainty. So this concept is simply not being sure of what tomorrow holds. Mangwana zvinenge zvakamira sei. And people end up worrying a lot, people end up stressing a lot because they don't know what tomorrow holds. And it's also part and parcel of this issue of loneliness. So what's your comment of people who are not sure about what tomorrow holds? And I think it's at the center of this mental health, mental illness issues, because people were so worried about mangwana ndichapeki, mangwana ndichadyei. Am I going to graduate? How am I going to take care of my family? How am I going to make sure kuti msikana wangu ndamurukisa, and all those questions? These are important questions. But how, as a social worker, would you want to propose your solutions?
Okay. Rather, well, we can see, refer to the Bible.
Thank you very much. Refer to the Bible.
Go
Continue.
to the Bible, because Jesus said, do not worry about tomorrow.
Absolutely.
Tomorrow worry about itself. So
Absolutely.
focus on the now.
Yes.
That takes me back to a day I was with my aunt, right? So one of the kids was like, auntie, tomorrow So right now we're eating pizza, right? And then tomorrow we wake up and then we go home. Then my aunt is like, hey, live in the moment. It's now. We think about tomorrow when tomorrow comes.
Yeah.
So I'd advise one to live in the moment. But whilst you're living in the moment, make your things right by planning things wisely.
Yes.
Words of wisdom are there from Anna. So thank you for bringing out the spiritual aspect to our lives. So whichever religion you believe in, the concept of faith comes in when you are faced with uncertainty. So closing this show, I would like Tadiwa to give your parting shots to the viewers. What are your words of encouragement?
Well, my words of encouragement are whenever we feel, or wherever you feel, the viewers, whenever you feel lonely or whenever you feel alone, I think take time to just look at yourself and people who surround you. Because we are never actually alone.
Absolutely.
Because most times we feel alone, but we are never actually alone. Just take a book, even just write the people who care about you, and you realize that you're not actually alone. And please be safe. Don't find comfort and escape in stuff like drugs, because in the long run, those things will actually make you lonely.
Yeah.
Because no one wanna associate with a drug addict. Sorry to use these direct words, but like no one wanna associate with a drug addict, because they'll be stealing and all those bad stuff associated with your name. So stay safe, and please let's take note of the loved ones that we actually have, and stop overthinking. We're not actually lonely.
Yeah, thank you very much, Tadiwa, because they say the problem that you're having right now, the moment you become addicted to the drug, it becomes 3 times worse. Yeah, so Mabel, your parting shots and your words of encouragement.
I just want to say, you always have someone. You're not alone in all this. Remember, even the birds of the sky, they do not worry where they're going to get food, where they're going to stay for the night. And I believe in journaling. It's good to journal. So, like at times, if you feel that way, take a paper, write down about it. Like, I'm grateful for my hair, I'm grateful for my skin, I'm grateful for clothes. And if you feel kuti, you need someone to talk to, or I'm feeling so lonely, do talk to someone. Musa jise pa risk. Please stay safe and stay away from drugs.
There you have it from Mabel. Anna, your parting shots and words of encouragement.
All right. Regarding loneliness, I'd like to say, surround yourself, as I always say. Surround yourself with a positive circle.
Absolutely.
And also about the issue, because of loneliness, we are using drugs as a coping mechanism, right? Sometimes as a way you could tease this
escaping.
loneliness thing. Stop running away. Because I'd like to believe that running away, at the end of the finishing line, you always face that same problem. So rather, instead of running, stop, confront the problem, because you're bigger than the obstacle in front of you. Yeah, that's just what I would like to say.
Thank you very much, ladies. It was a beautiful and exciting episode, and I hope the viewers have managed to learn 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things there. Do like, share, comment, and would like to hear your feedback, your thoughts around these issues that we are talking about. I remain yours truly, Blessing Machiavelli, and I'll leave you with a quote from John Steinbeck, which says, "All great things or precious things are lonely." Thank you.